Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2022, and we are playing as B1908. And when we left off, the beginning of the season was not going to plan. Oh boy, how things have changed. So let's just have a quick look at our previous game. So where we left off, I believe we were around here. Draw, 2 losses, not looking good. We put faith in our goalkeeper Fogged, and that was partly to blame. We also couldn't score, and then somehow I don't know what happened here. I think maybe it was the pre-season break or something like that, but everyone started to get used to the formation again, and we grinded out a 1-0 win 3 times in a row. They were not pretty games, but we got there. And then we had a kind of convincing 2-0 against, I think they're currently bottom of the league. And then it kind of went a little bit pear-shaped. And then we picked up our form again, went 6 unbeaten, and even beat top of the league, B1908. So we played really well over this part of the season and actually have put ourselves in 5th place with 23 points. We're only 3 points below 4th place. You know, I think potentially, if we keep having a good run of form, which it will eventually die off, our loss that we just had might be the start of it. But if we can keep that going a little bit, we might even be challenging for that. I don't think top spot is attainable. B1993 have only lost 1 game, and that was against us. So it's quite a proud point for us that we're the only people to have beat them in the league so far. But they're running away with it a bit. So we need to probably aim for 2nd place, but again, Roxclyde is doing pretty well as well. So we might be able to get there, might not. So we just have to see how the league's going. I've actually done this video a little bit sooner than I was going to because I don't know how we did it, but we got through to the next round of the cup. Didn't really want to. Actually only played like reserve team players, not like players who didn't have a lot of game time. So overall, we're through to the 3rd round. We're against a club which are at a division above us. We're expected to lose, but I thought it's a big game. It's probably the biggest game we've had at this club while I've been here. So I wanted to just record it, and what I'll probably do is then skip past Carl's. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe skip past them and then go FA 2000 and SFB UR. FA for the last 2 games of the video, and then we'll go through the January break, January, February, March break, should I say, and then we'll come back for these last few games to see where we finish on the league. I'm fairly confident we're going to finish top half in the promotion side, so then we just have to look at how high of the promotion table we can get at the end of the season. We have to also remember that it's a Saturday, Wednesday sort of job when we get down to this after these games. So my squad, unfortunately, has shrunk a slight little bit because we've had a few people leave. So one you might notice is Fogged. I started not playing him because he just wasn't getting the performances in, and we brought in Thorup. I believe he was in previous videos. Because I brought him in as like cover. He's been absolutely insane. 7 clean sheets out of 11 games. That's pretty good. And he's been really good. He's not going to be one I stick with for too long, because what I didn't realise, he's 5'6". He's so tiny in goal. But at the moment he's doing the job and he's playing fairly well. So he'll do the job, and he's actually the only real keeper we have at the club. We also have an under-18s which I had to bring forward. He's not great, but I've got a transfer request through for Jep Rasmussen, looking like a better choice goalkeeper. Not much better than Thorup, but he is a little bit taller, so hopefully he'll be able to get... I've just noticed a couple of times the corner's come in and it's gone straight over him. He's been flapping at it trying to reach it, and we've conceded because of that. So yeah, that's a little bit of an issue, but hopefully this guy will be able to strengthen us going into the second half of the season. I'm also trying to bring in a midfielder because we lost, I'm not sure if it's going to show up on... No, it's not going to show up on here. Basically, we lost Jacobson. So we had a central midfield of like Agud, Palm, and Thompson and Jacobson. And I was doing the rotation, they were all getting game time. And then Jacobson came to me and said, I don't think I'm good enough to get the game time in this squad, I want to go. Which, I mean, just shows at the sort of level we are, because he was our best player, or one of our best players last season. So I said, I'm not going to stand in your way, and when you say that, it sends them off on a free transfer straight away. So he left. Fogged, the same thing happened. He came to me and said, I don't think I'm going to be good enough, I just want to go. I said, fine. He left. And then overall, we've got not a lot of backup now, which I want to bring in. So we're going to be looking at bringing in some more depth so we can rotate the squad, because we've got 2 games a week. You need depth in that sort of area. We did bring in a few players, which I'm not sure. I don't think, if I just look at the schedule, when we finished in August, I'm pretty sure I brought some more people in. Yeah. So it, yeah, okay, I remember now. We brought in a centre-back, youngish. He's joined our second team. He's not great, but he's got good potential. Again, another one with good potential. So I thought, bring him in. He's going to be good maybe next season, season after, and we've got good cover if we need it. I then brought in a Puerto Rican striker who I thought would be great as just, he's 30 years old. He's been there, done that. He's had a good career. And I thought maybe I can bring him in as a little bit of a black horse, you know, sort of thing. And he couldn't get the work permit because he wasn't technically under contract. So I literally just cancelled it straight away. Matty Olsen I brought in as backup right back because at exactly the same time, someone came in with a contract offer for Forsingdal, who is, I think they're quite high. Oh no, they're not even in a league. My goodness, but they're paying him £130 a week. We aren't paying him. I can't blame him for heading off. It's a bit annoying though. He was a really good player, and we've not really been able to fill that position properly yet. But we brought in Matty Olsen, who can also play in the middle. So kind of bit of a utility defender. He's also got really good mentality and stats, which are good to start off with, because when I know he's at 28, so he's not going to develop too far, but those sort of stats are good because these can change, but these don't usually change too much, I find. So yeah, he's just on the bench. He doesn't mind sitting on the bench. Happy to have him there to do rotation. Now the midfield right, Schroeder, I've been playing him. Oh no, I literally just signed this guy. So yeah, I literally just signed this guy because he can play right, left and centre. Not great at the moment. He's in the B team, but he's young and he's got good potential. So we are lacking right midfielders at the moment. So I thought bring in someone who's got good potential. Hopefully over the next year or so he'll start to improve and we can play him a bit more. So who am I playing at right back? Schmidt. When did I bring him in? Oh, last season. So whoever Schmidt is, I don't remember bringing him in, but he replaced Forsingdal when he came in. And as a right back, he can play centre back as well. He looks actually fairly good. So he kind of went under my radar, but he's been okay. As you can see, our team has been performing quite well, average rating wise. We've got a lot of 7s. Wagner has turned into our top scorer. We don't play him every game because he's young. He doesn't have as much energy, and we've been switching him with Bill. Bill's had another lacklustre season. 1 goal, 1 assist out of 9 games. Lying has played 11 games, no goals, 2 assists. He played well last game, but he needs to get out of this goal drought because he's just playing awful at the moment. We've got Foss, who had a really good season last year. Well, I thought he did. He's not fantastic on paper, but he got the assists when we needed them. He seemed to be putting in a lot of effort every game, and yeah, I was hoping he would improve this year. He's gone the other way a little bit. He's not really been doing much. He got 1 goal, but other than that, he's not been that impressive. But we'll keep faith in him for now, and then over the January, March break, we'll maybe look at bringing in a replacement for him and have him on the bench so we can rotate. Skov has been interesting. Now, I'm playing him on the right. He's got 2 assists. He played okay. So he might be a good drop-in option when Sari's not been playing well. Because unfortunately, Sari has had some really bad games. And I'm not sure why. He's really good on paper. Again, just not hitting that sort of performance that we expect from him. We've got a few players who have got promises to as well. So, oh yeah, I forgot to mention as well. Schedule, we finished, I think it was this game. It was just after we finished recording. Frickin' everyone, all of a sudden, the club atmosphere went down to very poor. Everyone just hated life. I don't know what happened. I honestly don't know what happened. And I was like, they asked for a team meeting. And I was like, is everyone okay? And they were just like, we just don't feel it. We're just feeling like we're playing awful and that. And I was just like, pick yourself up, lads. We've had a few bad results, but it'll be all right. Literally, the next game we won 1-0. Then the game after that we won 1-0. And then I got rid of a couple of... I think what did it is I got rid of a couple of players who were unhappy. And they were up to good already. And it's just been going up. I mean, it's gone down a little bit because we've got a few people who want more game time. Mad's good. Probably does deserve the game time, so I'm happy to give that to him. Then we got Mark Nelson. I played him. He played awful for the first few games. He got like 6.2s in his first couple of games. So I dropped him, and he then said, I want more game time. So I said, okay, but I'm not sure how much he deserves it. So we'll see how this guy goes. And then Lying, the guy who hasn't scored yet, I dropped him, and then he started kicking off saying, oh, I want more game time. And I was like, well, can't really do much about that at the moment. But I don't want to lose him because he is actually one of my better strikers. So I said I'd give him more game time. So I've had a little bit of issue with these unhappy people. Hopefully Roma will start to turn this around and say, don't worry, club atmosphere is great now. Everyone feels great. But we'll have to wait and see what happens there. So yeah, overall, that's what's happened with our squad. I think I'm going to have to bring in some people. We've had a few people who wanted more playing time, and I just said, well, I'll get rid of you. And then they turned around and said, whoa, I didn't mean it. I think it was Nikolai Jakobsen, or it might have been the other Jacob. It was one of these two. I think it was Patrick, actually. And he was like, I want to be starting games. Now look at him. He's a 16-year-old centre-back who is our 4th choice centre-back, if anything, maybe 5th. And then I just said, okay, I'm afraid I'll have to lose you. And he was like, wait a minute, I don't want to go. That's fine. I don't need game time. So I was just like, fair enough. That works for me. So yeah, overall, that's how the squad's doing. Forup is our current only keeper, really, and he's playing pretty well. He's done pretty good for us, but he's a shorty, and I didn't realise. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens with goalkeepers over the next couple of days, because I'm trying to bring one in who isn't great, but he's definitely an improvement on Forup. So, and we also, I think we signed Lennart recently as well. I'm not sure why it didn't show up on the history. He's our left back, the one who I brought in to replace Nielsen because he was playing so poorly. I was like, I need someone to cover him, and he's done really well. Look at his overall rating, 7.03. 1 goal, 1 assist. His goal was an absolute peach of a free kick. So, yeah, overall, squad's doing well. We're doing well in the league, but we now have a massive game at home, so a little bit of an advantage against Dalum, who are in the league above us. And we're going to go with this squad. We're going to go Forup in goal, Lennart, Good, Winther, and Schmidt in defence. Sari, Agud, Palm, and Foss in midfield. And then Wagner and Lying up front. And then on the bench, we have a few people who will probably make an appearance, like Bolzer, maybe Nielsen, Bill maybe as well. Or maybe even Thompson will come on in the midfield. I like to give Agud a little bit of a run out, though, because he is a good player and can make some things happen. So let's jump in. Jens Jakobsen is a player who has just been called forward from the under-19s and been like, let's hope our first keeper, I never know how to say it, Forup doesn't get injured or anything, because we're going to need you if it is. Let's tell him to go make a difference. and let's jump in now. Exciting times, big game for the club. Okay, first chance. Ball comes out to Lennart, to Foss. Foss, bringing it up to the side of the area. Palm to Gerd. Back to Good, to Palm, to Good. Lying to Winther. Schmidt. Sari. Okay, I'm liking the passing. I just feel like we might give it away and concede at some point though. This is what I'm always nervous about with these guys. Foss now has it. Really beautiful passing move. Please let something happen at the end. And yes, it does. Sari gets himself a goal. And that was a beautiful piece of play. And that is the sort of passing which I've been seeing since we stopped recording. I don't know what happened. It just clicked. They just started passing well and getting really good goals like that. Where, like, if you would have fast forwarded that a minute, you would have seen a lot more passing between the team and looking really good. So enjoying their play, the team. Free kick to us. Lennart puts it into the area. Winther can't quite get there. Now they're on the attack with Pedersen. MA. Come on, boys. Everyone's back. Get back into shape. Oh no, they let the right back has lost his... Oh! Who was that? He put a foot in. What excellent challenge. I don't even know who that did that, but fantastic little move. Foss is looking injured, which is really unfortunate because he's playing amazing. That's annoying that Foss is injured. So the only one I can bring on is Skov. Inverted winger attack. Hopefully Skov will put in a good performance. Who else isn't really performing? I mean, we're going to have to save some subs, I think, because we're going to get tired soon. A lot of tired legs out there. Winther, I don't really want to bring off. He's an absolute rock for us, but he's getting tired. So maybe we keep it as it is for now. Go to defenders. Look at them. Everyone's inspired and feeling up for it. And then, yeah, maybe 60-minute mark, we make a few changes for the tired legs out there. Corner to them, puts it in. Oof, off the bar. How did we avoid that? Little pass out. What a save by... This is what I'm talking about, Thorup. He might not be tall, but boy oh boy can he do a save when he needs to. Oh my goodness. Well, Wagner gets the block in. Strikers are... and it was bound to happen. Bergman puts it away. And we're now drawing with them. Much better performance than I was expecting against a club like this. So we're doing all right. We're just going to have to make a few changes now for tired legs. And Winther, you've played great, but it's time to come off. You're looking a little bit beat. We're going to put on Boltzer, he's a fairly good defender as well. He can stop some shots and get in the way. And then Wagner, I know there's other tired people out there, but he just got to come off. He's not playing well. We play Bill as a poacher, and that is it for subs that we can make. So now the rest of the game is up to the boys. Let's hope that they can do it. Okay, right near the end, 84th minute. That would be harsh if we concede now. Sari, though, picking the ball up in midfield. Long ball forward to Bill, who gathers it up and just smacks it against legs. Agurd gets it. Oh my goodness. Agurd, absolutely belter. I thought we'd absolutely thrown that away. Just speechless from that. Bill, clearly not speechless, but absolutely wastes it. But luckily they can't clear their lines, and Agurd with that, he pulls that out of the bag every now and then. He knows that he's got that in the locker, and he just smashes it home. But can we hold on? It's now another highlight, and we're getting nervous. Lennart to Palm. Palm to Lennart to Palm. Oh, Palm's tired. He made a mistake. Oh, just wide by their striker. It's a tense moment. From the looks of it, 1 minute. Do we have other subs that we can make? We do. Oh my goodness, this is a game changer. Okay. Central midfield attack for Thompson. Anyone else? I mean, everyone looks tired, don't they? I don't think we even have any more subs if I just try. We do have more subs. Okay, Matty Olsen on for right back maybe. And then I think that's all the changes we can make. And hopefully that will be enough to see us through. I don't even know what's happening right now. A successful cup run was never on the cards for us. But Agerd has played superbly. Sari has played immensely. Good, who's like, give me some more game time. Of course you can when you play like that, my friend. And then Foss, unfortunately getting injured. I think if he would have kept playing, we might have even got a few more. Just superb football by the lads. Loving it. So we're going to go to the dressing room and say, we just proved everyone wrong. Pat yourselves on the back, lads. And we move on to the next round of the competition. An absolute amazing result. Can't believe that happened, really, but happy it did. Not sure what's going to happen for the next round, who we're going to be playing, but it'll be interesting to see. Don't seem to tell us that we get any money for getting through to the next round. I'm pretty sure you do, so that will help with our bank balance and give us a bit more money to play with, hopefully in the future, and maybe become a professional club, which is what we need. I'm going to probably go on to, right, for this video, I might play Karlsluden next. I don't think I've played them yet, have I? Oh, I have, and we drew 0-0 last time we played. I might play them next, and then leave this video there, play these next two games, do the break. Oh, 1 minute. The next game is on the... Okay, plan. So we'll play this next game. We'll come back for the next round of the cup, the 4th round, and then we'll have the break and go over our transfers after that in that next video. It's going to be a bit of a weird, I didn't expect the cup run, so it's kind of changed how I envisioned the videos to come together, but I think it's better that we see the cup run than not, because I don't think this is going to be a regular occurrence for us. So enjoying a good run of form, beating a club that we shouldn't really on paper be beating, loving life. And yeah, so we'll be back in a couple of seconds for the Karlslund game. Really quickly, just to give an update that Sebastian Stahlfest has signed for us. He looks like a pretty decent option in midfield. He's actually probably our best central midfielder after Palm, and Palm is like miles better than anyone at the club. He's an absolute don. He even up front, he's he can't score up front. I've played him a few games up front. He only got 1 goal after about 5 games, but yeah, I think this guy might be someone that we pop straight into the squad, to be fair. He looks fairly decent. He's young, so he's got room to grow. And yeah, I think he might be a good... this is the sort of player that I wanted to bring in for the end of the season, where it's game after game, because he's going to be a really good player to bring in when Agerd, like last game, we saw he was an absolutely immense player, but he gets tired easy because he's so young. He's only 17. So swapping him out for another game to have Stahlfest in would be a good rotation, and then we don't lose points on not having enough fit players and things like that. So that's the plan. Looks like we've got him in. Let's go forward. Okay, so much happening in the two or 3 days between that last result. We've now got the draw for the 4th round. So we're going to draw. We are first in the draw. Wow. Okay, so who are we going to get? We're at home against... Wow. I've actually heard of FC Midtjylland, I think they are. They're in the highest league, I think, potentially. I think they've been in the Champions League before, I seem to remember. So they're going to be a hard club. Or Karlslund, who we are literally playing next. So if Karlslund pull off a shock defeat of Midtjylland, then we might end up playing them, and we've got a real chance of going through to the next stages. So we're just going to draw all teams now, because that's that done. We could have got some really hard games. We still might, but if the amazing should happen, then that might be really good for us, to be fair. So yeah, interesting. We'll come back and see who we actually do get when the result happens. And yet more news. It just keeps coming and coming. Yep, Ramazan has signed for us. so I'm going to just ask him to welcome him to the club. I want to make him feel welcome for sure. Let's just have a look where he sits. Basically the same as 4UP, just taller. So that's pretty good. We've got tons of potential in him as well. Finding it hard to adapt to the core group and is very one-footed. Other than that, he looks like he's a good shot stopper. So he will go straight into the squad for this next game, potentially. I'm not sure if I want to put my faith in him just yet. So potentially Rasmussen in. He's not a sweeper keeper. Yeah, I think we're going to play him for the first game, this next game, and see how he does. It will give us a good indication of how good he is up against a 4UP. And you know what? 2 keepers who are playing well is not anything to be complaining about, really, is it? So yeah, we'll go on to the next game, which is happening very soon. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, so we are here at the game against Karlsland. And this is the squad that we're going for that game. We've got Rasmussen, new keeper, to play his first ever game for us. Hopefully it will be an impressive one. We just have to wait and see. He hasn't got very much familiarity with these tactics. He has literally just signed for us, so it might take him a couple of games to get into it. Then we've got Schmidt, Winther, Good and Nielsen at the back. Then we've got Skov, Dahlfest. Oh, I did want to check where he plays best as a deep line playmaker. Defend. Perfect. We like having playmakers. Thompson plays as a central midfield attack. Then we've got Sari on the right. And then we've got Wagner and Bill up front. I've decided to drop line just for this game, just to see if these two can do anything up front. They're probably our best 2 scorers at the moment. Not saying much. We are really struggling to find a striker who can put goals away. That's our main problem. So yeah, that's the score we're going for. We're going to jump into this game. I think we're probably not that. I'm going to give him a really high number. There you go. I'm going to give Starvest 15. There you go. We're probably not favourites for this game. I think that's what I was saying. I got completely distracted. I have no idea what I was saying just then. But let's jump into this game. Nothing to lose. Yeah, we're not favourites for this game by a long shot. So it seems to be the theme of this league that we're not favourites for any of the games. Okay, first chance, and it's their free kick on the right, and now they're playing it forward. Oh, great ball. Oh, you hate to see. He committed too early, dived down, and got a cheeky chip up against him. Not the start we had in mind, but you can't deny that was a bit of a class goal. He dropped off his man and chipped it over him. Well, okay, they're corner now with the ball in, and what a header. Jorgensen. It looks like our run in the league is coming to an end, unfortunately. Okay, Nielsen with the long ball forward, and it's just to no one. I need to get these guys sorted out because they are playing like lost sheep at the moment. Come on, boys. They're playing it nicely. Oh no. You can feel the goal, can't you? It's about to happen. Don't make it free. Come on. Oh, what a finish. We're 3-0 down in 16 minutes. What is happening right now? Maybe I shouldn't have put the new keeper on for this game. Jorgensen, from the free kick, heads it just over. We need a little bit of control ourselves now. We need to look at our possession. How are they 3-0 up when we're controlling most of the possession? It's clearly they're making their chances count and we're not. Peterson now for them, coming down the wing, puts it in. Oh, their players are just everywhere. Oh my goodness, how did that not go in? It was a very ping ball sort of everything all over the place. How we doing? Good's not doing great. Schmidt's doing... Oh, Nielsen's doing awful. Everyone in defence is doing atrociously. We're playing awful. Pathetic. Come on, boys. I have faith that you can pick yourselves up and do something. Who are we going to take off? Oh, definitely Nielsen. again, the guy who's demanded game time gets a really poor rating and just isn't playing well. And you just think, how can you expect game time when you're playing that poorly? It's just not going to happen, is it? If I put him on as an advanced, maybe as an advanced forward, that might make him a bit more attacking. I usually put him on as a deep lying defensive forward, so maybe being an advanced forward, he might be able to get a goal. And got Palm on the bench, maybe for Thompson, who looks like he's going to get booked soon. And then I think that's all we can do right now. We've done all our subs. Just have to hope that we can weather the storm of this game, because they definitely have our number. Okay, well, Wagner. Oh, damn it! the highlight was ended, I think, because of our substitutes. Schmidt now has the ball, and now Palm. We've got a little bit of movement up front now. Hopefully, we can make something of it. Schmidt puts it in. Wagner can't get the header on it, but Good gathers it up to Lennart. Lennart puts it in again, lying just over. Those sort of chances just don't seem to be getting us any results. But immediately a highlight again. Oh no. Oh no. Here they come. Oh, well cut out by Stalfest. Skov now coming down the wing. Plays it back to Lennart. Up to Wagner. Wagner well brought down to lying. Off the bar. Half a chance. Felt like maybe another pass there would have maybe give us a bit of more of a chance. But it's another highlight. It's a busy second half. Skov now has the ball. Plays it in the middle to Palm. Palm loses it, but gathers it back up. Lying, and he actually scores. I think he hasn't scored in something like 9 games. So the goal drought is over. He has himself a goal, and we might have ourselves a foothold to come back into this game. So let's have a look and see what's happening. Skov is playing terribly on that wing. He's got 6.0 at the moment. Okay, but it's our chance. Now Schmidt to Sari. Sari to Palm. Palm to Lying. Back to Palm. Up to Lying. He was offside, I think. And that's the finishing of a man who hasn't scored in a very long time. Even though he just scored in this game. Like, that was awful. Lennart puts it in. Headed clear. But Lennart can gather it up again. And apparently do nothing with it. Okay, another highlight. Schmidt gets the ball to Sari. Sari having a little run at them. He can have really up and down games. Great cross, great header, 3-2. Is there a chance for a comeback? Maybe, I doubt it. I don't think we have enough time to get a goal. But Sari will have these really on-off games. He'll either play great and do something like that, or he'll just disappear and like not be in the game at all. He's a really weird sort of player, because he should be fantastic. He's just not got consistency. And from the looks of it, we are going to finish this game 3-2. A brave attempt in the second half to come back, but we self-destructed in the first 20 minutes of the game and just never looked like coming back. Unfortunately, Rasmussen, maybe not the best game to bring him in on as a new keeper. I'm going to give him a couple more games, but yeah, he didn't play well. 6.1. I'm hoping he will return my trust in him, unlike Folks did. Unlucky boys. It would have been nice to be, but it wasn't to be. Not all of them played that badly, and they were a better team than us. So we just have to take that one on the chin. We still sit 5th place. There is a gap now between 4th and 5th. I mean, if we can continue to get a few points on the table, we should stay in this promotion sort of table area. I don't think we're going to go into the relegation zone unless we start dropping games again, dropping results even, and dropping points. So I think we're safe, and I think that overall this was going to be a tough game all along. We just need to, when we get these games, so against anyone below Holbeek, FA2000, SFB, or Kjellerup. I'm not even sure how you say that word, but we need to be beating all of these guys to get those easier points. So when we do play these guys, it's less important that we get the points, because I don't think this season is going to be a promotion season. Next season, potentially. If we can hold on to a lot of our players again and we can strengthen in certain areas, especially up front, I think we've got a real shot at getting the title, if not just second place promotion. So yeah, overall, not a bad video. How many games was it that he had gone without scoring? 18. He'd gone 18 matches without a goal, and he had the audacity to tell me he deserves a game. I mean, now he's scored. Potentially he does deserve more playing time, and maybe I should have played him as an advanced forward all along, but I just find it funny that he'd played 18 games without scoring. He was like, why am I not being played? Why do you think, mate? Put a goal away and then maybe we'll play you. So what I think I'm going to do now, I'm going to finish the video here. I'm going to play the next 2 games behind closed doors, not recorded, and then we're going to come back for this game, which is in the cup, and hopefully we might even get a result and move on to the next round of the cup. And then in the same video, I think I'll skip past all of January, February, March and play maybe these 2 games here and show you the transfers that we've done in the meantime as well. Okay, so that's the plan. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying this series. It's gone all over the place, hasn't it? Starting with FC Eindhoven and then to these guys and trying to keep them up, and now trying to get them a bit promoted. I mean, it's been really fun. It's a really different journey that I've taken with Football Manager than before. Usually I stick with a team that I start with for like 5-10 seasons and try and get them as high as up, and it just didn't go to plan. But I'm really enjoying the fact that it's not going to plan and you're having to adjust as much as you can to get there. So hopefully you're enjoying that as well. Remember to come back next time and see what's going to happen, see if we can get through to the next round of the cup, maybe even get a little bit of a cup run going. We seem to be having really good form in the cup, getting good results against clubs which potentially FA 2000 were at a low point, so I can understand why we won that one. But Dallum, I'm amazed we got that, because they're actually doing quite good in their league as well. I think they're third. And we beat them. That's a good sign of things to come, I think. So yeah, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you when I see you.